FlossTube. This is Barb with Lost and Floss, coming to you from the beautiful state of Wisconsin on this warm January day. I'd like to say thank you to all the new subscribers to my video over the past month or so. It's lovely to hear that I have new people watching me, and of course to all the people who have been with me and Leanne since the beginning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So a little later on in the video, I will announce the names of the winners of the charts that I gave away last video or listed, and I hope you are one of the lucky winners. It's end of January 28th to be precise, and I think the temperatures may be about 40 degrees. There's just a little bit of snow on the ground, but everything seems to be really melting. The icicles are all off the house, and it makes me feel like spring is around the corner. So let's go inside and we can see what I've been working on since my last video. I struggled with finding a good place to record this. Probably why I ended up outside in the nicer weather on the deck, because not too many clear backgrounds behind me, but you get to look at doors. I have been working on a lot of different things, and I think I'll just jump in and show you what I have been stitching. This is going to be kind of probably a little bit of a disorganized video, but that's how it goes sometimes. I did give a little attention to Peace on Earth by Shakespeare Peddler. We had really, really cold temps last week, I think it was, and so I really felt like still being in the Christmas stitching mood. Of course, I probably always am in that mood. This chart is not available yet to the general public, but I think Teresa said that maybe later this year it will be coming out. So I've got a really nice start on the bricks, and then I moved into the quilt blocks if I had the color out and have a deer. I love how it looks. Even from a distance, I can tell I'm just going to love this one. Of course, you know, anything Christmassy I love. There's one that I've really been, well, this isn't it. I thought it was, but not. On January 1st of this year, my New Year's start with my friend Donna was inspiration. And I decided to use all the DMC flosses, and she did a silk conversion for hers. And I haven't gotten very far, but I can tell I'm going to love it. I'm stitching mine on, I know it's 36 count and a lakeside. I think it's light exemplar. But I've got this little bit of a start in the corner done. I really should pull this out and get a little bit further on it so I start getting really excited about it. Well, I'm kind of excited, but I know it's going to be a long process, so I have no hopes of seeing major progress on it because there's just going to be too much to stitch. Right now, I've kind of started a lot of Valentine things, not that I need anymore. This one I don't really even know if I worked on. since the last time I showed it. But my friend Lisa just finished hers, and after seeing hers, I'm like, I need to get going on this a little bit more. Hers turned out just beautiful. And I feel it's a good start. This is Hands Across the Sea. Another really beautiful. Oh, and this one is definitely stitching on 36 count exemplar by Lakeside Linens. Pardon me with all the paper rustling, but if I don't put these back, you know, I'll just end up with a major mess. I'll be like, surprise, because I don't even know what I'm going to be showing you. Oh yeah, I did stitch on this one, Stacy Nash Primitives, or SNP, Mary Mary. I was motivated by all the people who have finished this year. So I decided, I think I'm going to put this one away. I showed it, right? Well, just in case. And I almost have the house done. So that's kind of my goal, I think, before I put it away. Because hopefully I will maybe get this done next year. I probably want to keep my bigger Christmas projects out and keep moving ahead on those. Then this is one Valentine's Day stitching that I'm working on. It's the Linen Berry Collection Sweet Berry by Erica Michaels. I don't think I'm going to do my heart in that brownish color. I'm just using a scrap of 32 count. I don't even know what it is. It's just a scrap. And I've got like the bottom motif done. Next, I'm going to be bringing in some truer reds. And I think that will make it look festive. Then the other thing I'm going to try to make work. This is a freebie and I can't. I'd have to look back to see who this is by. But I've always wanted to stitch this. And I have this piece of kind of rose-colored, must be Lugana of some sort. And I have this paper mache heart. So what I'm thinking of doing is hopefully, I measured it, and hopefully this piece will be pretty much true to what I need. And then I will cover the top with this. And then I know there's going to have to be a lot of clipping to go around this curve. But then I thought I really should maybe cover the back with some kind of fabric first. Probably is what I'll do. And then I envision like just putting like a velvet ribbon around the edge. And hopefully that'll work. But I thought I could get this one started this year. And I'm probably just going to use, let's see, what is this? Sun Dried by Weeks. It's really pretty shade. And then I've got a couple greens that I think I will use. And I hope to get started on that. Maybe tonight even. It's fun to get a couple new things for a season. And last year, because I had stitched so much the year before last year, I didn't really do very much. I'm still plugging away on my Prairie Schooler, the 4 Seasons. And I'm working on the winter one. And I've got a pretty good start on it. The house is mostly done. So really snow, some trees, horse and sleigh. Once I get this one done, that'll make 2 out of 4. And really, really trying my best not to get into any new series. But you know how that goes. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. The ones I have been working on are Primrose Cottage Quaker ones, the seasonal ones. Okay, I did have a finish. These are the Roveras Christmas Strawberry Trio. And I already finished the pink last year. And I got the bright one done. So I can be making that into a strawberry. But I thought I would finish up the green one. This one I'm stitching on a piece of willow green. I don't even know. Is that a Weeks? Whoever it's by. And I do have a tiny little start. So I think I should just leave this one out and perhaps go to town on it so then I can finish stitching. Let's see, what do we have here? The mystery charge. Oh, this I have long promised to do a walnut shell antiquing video. And so I finally just stitched something that does not show up at all that I'm going to use. It's just a freebie snowflake design from Tiny Modernist. And it's this one. And so I'm going to use that, but I may also do 1 or 2 more so I can kind of have them coordinated, because if I try to find the fabric later on again, probably be a lost cause. Dasher and Dancer is another one that I'm going to keep plugging away on. And now I'm done. Let's see. I'm done with the big alphabet. I'm halfway done with the little alphabet. And I have a start of the tree. Because it's all monotone, it really is kind of a fun one to stitch on. So this definitely I will be leaving out to work on some more throughout the year. This one I've spent quite a bit of time on, and lo and behold, figured out I have a major error. It's With Needle and Thread by Samplers Not Forgotten. And when I went to put my final threads in, I realized I'm off where the one meets in this bottom corner here. I don't know if you can see that. So what I think I'm going to do is just do all the ones that fit, and I can always put like a little pair of scissors, or maybe even make a piece of the thread coming off the spool, but I'm not going back to try to figure it out. That much ripping I do not want to do on this. But pardon me for being all wrinkled, but I'm going with the excuse I don't want to iron my projects so many times before they're done because I might damage them. Does that sound legit? I worked just a tiny bit on the Smith Sampler by Scarlet House. I was having kind of a dilemma as to if I really liked the tree. It just looks much more red. But I think what it is I need to get more of this in. Got a good start on the border. And I'm using the called for silks. And I hope I get this done in this decade. Let's see. Oh, we're halfway through. I better get moving on it. What is this? Rejoice Always by La Di Da. And I just have a tiny little start on this. I think this is maybe cocoa. What is it? R&R Cordy Special Blend. It's a real rich brown. But I'm not sure. Oh, it scared me. It looked like a backwards R. I'm not sure if I'm using all the called for colors, if it's going to be enough of a pop on it. Another one I need to get back to. It seems like my everyday stuff is what languishes in the WIP pile. Oh, and this one, I don't know that I've worked on this one. It's another SNP, Stacy Nash Primitives. Be Kind, which I think is an awesome thing to be. And, oh, I should get back to this. Surprise! When you haven't had them out for a while. But I've got a nice little start on it. I love it on the dark fabric. I really should divide these into this one and that one. What's this? Oh, Heartstring Samplery, and I'm calling this Fen Hall. This one, I'm not sure that I worked on. Oh, I might have done a little bit. I've got the top border done. You can see that I really gonna have even amounts on all sides. Oh well, make do with it. I probably should just start like assigning a day where I work on something like all day long instead of jumping around. So this is kind of like a refresher course to me to even see what this isn't all my WIPs, so not actually a parade, but Cranberry Christmas Artful Offerings. This I got as a kit from Country Sampler. And I mostly have the house done. It's a pretty little one. I'm rather disappointed because my die lots of the red colors aren't as noticeably different as the sample, and so I probably could have just used one color instead of trying to get it, you know, all to look right. This is the one that I really spent a lot of time in January on, and it's called This Happy Morning by Plum Street Samplers. Both Annie Bees, who is in my stitch group, and I are working on this, and we both want to get it done. So my goal for this month was to complete the outside border, and I did get that done. So I've been working on some of the grass fill, some of the over one lettering. In fact, I think I just decided to do a tent stitch, so I hope that looks okay. This one just, I need to finish it up. That's all I can say about it. It's so beautiful, and I have so much time invested in it that I should just keep moving. I say that about so many of these, though. Oh, and this one I need to take out because I just saw someone stitching on this. This is Teresa Kogut's Remember Me. And I love this one. She has so many pretty ones that I would like to do. So I should work on the border for a while. Let the host sit, because I think that would make me happy. But I've got a good deal of the host done. Another one. I mean, there's others of hers that I would like to start, but I have too many going already, so not going to happen yet. Oh, this one. This is my, I don't know. I'm not going to adopt them out. I will finish it, at least a portion of it. I might not finish the whole thing. But this makes me think I will never stitch on dark again. If I might do, I saved some Ada that was dark, because I'm like, if I ever do another dark thing, why not use Ada? But I really could, you know, looking at these, do I really need to do the vase thing? What I could do, now that I'm looking at it, is just perhaps finish the flowers, and then instead of stitching the vase, stitch or do like maybe a wool applique or something. Just a thought. I want to get that done. Maybe I'll firmly put that as a goal in 2025. You know how I love goals. Oh, did I even start this one? This is Brenda Gervais at Home. And this one I love too. And I've got a minuscule little start. Oh, tiny, so tiny. I don't even know if this is up or down. But it's a start, which makes it a WIP. Maybe I should divide my time into like structured and non-structured days. And like on a structured day, I have to stick with one of my bigger projects. Maybe an everyday one, perhaps. Another S&P, Stacy Nash Primitives, Gathering the Green Sampler. And this one too. Why don't I just get this out and get it done? Because I have the house done on it. That's always the worst, right? It is beautiful. I love that gold house and the wreath. What excuse do I have? I don't have any excuse for this stuff. And really, who cares what you start, right? As long as, like, my thought is I do finish my stuff. There's two things. One, I tore the thing out, and one I gave away. But eventually, I do finish my stuff. So if it takes me 10 years, who cares? 1999 Christmas Sampler. Carriage House Sampling. And this is right where you saw it last time. Oh me, oh my. And really, if I could see this to stitch on it, it wouldn't be that bad. I did bring my light board up, so maybe I'll give it a whirl during the daytime. One of these days. And then I have, I believe, 5 Prairie Schoolers Santa's Going. 2013, 2007, 2015, 1992, and 2001. And maybe one of these I don't have going yet. This is the clock guy. He's got a face. And these are some of the others. This is the fishing guy. And this guy, I don't know. He's got feet. Yeah, one of these is probably not started. I'll need to figure that out. And we're still going deeper, deeper, deeper. This is one I bought at Country Sampler, and I should just stitch it this year. I've got, I think it's Aztec Red, 36 count. This one I started last year. It's Kathy Barrick, Merry Christmas Wishes. I've always liked this one, but I'm stitching on 36 count Mellow Edinburgh. And I think the problem with this one is I was just trying out colors. I'm using silks, what I had, and I think the colors are too close. It'll look too monotone. So I either need to find a different gold, different green. And when I do, I'll get back to that one. Did I even start this? Oh yeah, I did. Teresa Kogut, Land That I Love, because I've always loved this one. I've got 2 flowers. Oh boy. I'm sure many of you have this Blackbird design book for my friend. And to me, it just screams like Valentine-y things. If you look at this stocking, Be Mine stocking, which I do want to stitch. But I have this little frame, and this isn't done yet. I mean, the stitching's done, but the I don't have it in the frame yet. But I had this little frame, and so I took the 3 hearts from the top and the border, and then I flipped the border around to go over the top. But I think that's going to be cute in there. So I'll leave this because I really hope to stitch on that maybe this year. April, Prairie Schooler, the month April. I'm stitching these on 32 count Lugana because that's what I started them on years ago. And I don't know that I'll get this done by April. If I could find it. I must have 2 pieces because I have, oh, here it is. I have, I don't have them for September, October, November yet. And I think what I'm going to do is just maybe do one fall one and make it for all 3 of those months. But I've got the house started. That's always a good thing. And definitely mindless stitching. I was working on this and it's kind of fun. I still am plugging away at Sue Hill's alphabet envelope. I'm just using one color of, I think it's Royal Icing Belle Soie. But it's this chart in case you didn't see it before. And I'm using Vintage Sand Dune 32 count, so I'm stitching 2 over 2. And I'm close to having the alphabet done. Yeah, I guess that's what that is. What else have I got here? Oh, this one, my Deer Hearts Blackbird design. I said last year I needed some bigger Valentine pieces like that I could hang on my wall. So I started this one. And oh, it's 32 count corn silk that I'm stitching it on. I started out stitching 1 over 2 because I thought I wanted antique colors, but then I changed this guy because I thought it looked too muted almost. So then I switched these to 2 over 2. So I think that's maybe what I'm gonna do going forward. I'm sure that's not going to be done for Valentine's Day this year, but it's okay. Oh, and this one it's a red sampler. Let's see, Keeping Tradition. And I think it's just called Red Sampler. And I'm stitching this. I don't find a piece of like side. Let's see. 36 count Winter's Brew. And I'm using Machushka's Red from XG Design. I love that red. And so every couple days that I work on it, I try to do a couple more letters. Making some progress on it. It's fun. I like stitching in all one color. I mean, I would think maybe some people would find it boring, but I kind of like it. Oh yeah, I did start it. Little tiny bit. This one is La-Di-Da, a Happy Life sampler. And this is as much as I have. But it started. Oh boy. Sometimes I just line my stuff up and I'll stitch on something for an hour or two and then I'll just get the next one in line. I don't know if anybody else does that. I mean, a lot of people just really like to stitch monogamously, but that was me years ago when I was working just on stockings. And hashtag, let's not bring up the stocking because I haven't touched it since Christmas. No, I guess I haven't started this. But this is Come to the Garden by Teresa Colgate. And I think I have it kitted up, so yeah, it looks like I have the flosses and the linen I'm going to use, so we'll just get going on that one of these days. And this too is Scarlet House, A Changed World. And let's see. Oh, I do have a little start on this. I think it's a 40 count. Look at how little. Aha, but it's a start. It's a 40 count. I think it's not Vintage Country Mocha because it's not, well, maybe it is. I can't tell. The light's not great in here. Oh, and did I start this? Let us see. No, I did not start it, but I'm going to start it. Prairie Schooler, Let It Snow. This will be the last I have. I've been looking online for some frames that these will go in. So I'll have a set of 4. I spent some time kitting up some of the Valentine-y things I'm going to do. And Lori had so graciously gifted me this. And I'm thinking now, I was just going to do a motif for a little pillow, but I might just do this one and change February to Love. And then just have it up for that time of year. I really am going to start this one by Maggie Bonanomi, Fond Hearts. I really like this. And this is great to use scraps for. Another one I would like to start is Heartstring Samplery, Key to My Heart. I'm getting these all discombobulated with what goes with what. Oh. I am going to start, this is a series I've been allowing myself by Primrose Cottage, Valentine's Day Quaker. And I finished, I don't know, maybe I have a picture that I can show you. If I do, I'll insert it at the end. I finished Winter Quaker, and I love how it turned out. So that one I want to stitch. And this one is Homespun Elegance, Country Spirits Collection, Love Flower Hanging Pouch. And then we have another one, Homespun Elegance, Wondrous Love. And this one I'm going to try to do so I can put it in this little frame. I can picture this like roughed up and shabby chic and just kind of rustic and whatever. And then I still have a few other freebies that I'd like to do. This cute little basket. And I think that's it for now. I have a bigger piece that is, it's like a kind of a Quaker sampler thing in various colors that I would like to do, but I haven't gotten to that yet. And I probably should finish the Blackbird sampler one first and then think about the other one next year. But I don't know why, like Valentine stitching, it just calls to me and I love it. I don't know if anyone else is crazy like that. It just, I don't know. Maybe in my mind, I think like Valentine's Day is kind of like, if you get to that in winter, you have made it. So maybe that's what it's about. I don't really know, but, so as you can see, I have quite a bit of stuff to work on. So, it's, you know, never ending. There's always things that, pardon me, that I would like to start, and sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I'm just looking back to see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about. I think I told you that I took my granddaughter to see Wicked. That was fun. And then the next day, my husband and I went to see A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan movie, which was, you know, it's kind of like a step back in time for those of us of my generation. I had a Zoom call with some friends. I mostly was working on This Happy Morning earlier in the month. I helped, my daughter was having a shower, you know, if it's not your first baby, they call it sprinkles now. So she was having a sprinkle for one of her friends, and she had ordered like these tissue paper flowers, which they were very cute once you got them fluffed, but it took quite a while to get them all fluffed out and whatever. Just have been trying to get out when the weather's good and do some walking. We have a state park that's close by, has a lot of hills, so walked there with one of my friends and almost killed ourselves because there was a light dusting of snow. What else has been going on? Our Packers lost, so that was disheartening, although I didn't have high hopes this year, I guess. So it maybe made it easier to accept that we were done. Oh, got the bedroom painted. Yay! So many people had said paint the bedroom and then take down Christmas, but I got to a point where I'm like, Christmas is so much work to take down. I knew that I needed to get that down, and really, I mean, it probably took me 3 days to totally get it done. And my husband's been working on his side of the basement, cleaning that out. So it was kind of pleasant to get it down and put away, and had stuff that I needed to take to donate to thrift stores. And yeah, so we got the room painted. I like the color. Now I'm in search of a headboard, and I want to get some new blinds of some sort. Just keep it simple. And, you know, you clear out what's under the bed, and some of it is like, why did I keep this? So hopefully those items will not be going back in there. What else? Oh, I was working on clean after that. Then that spurred me on to working in my sewing room, which really needs it and still is not totally done by any means, but I moved things around and I want to get a new, just maybe like a cheaper IKEA desk for my sewing machine to go on. Move that so I can look out the window when I sew. I thought, well, why should I look into a corner when I could rather have it that way? And found an old TV that my husband's going to put up for me. It's tiny, but I feel like it's better than nothing. What else did we do? Yeah, so, and that was kind of, it was kind of eerie because I went through like a closets and everything in my sewing room, and so had a number of things to get rid of, and I came across this one envelope and I'm like, oh, I think it's like maybe cards people sent me. Well, I took it out and it was all the sympathy cards that I had received when Leanne passed away. And so many beautiful messages. And the weird thing was the next day was the anniversary of her death. So I felt like almost being comforted all over again by many people who had sent, beautiful cards, many people I didn't even know who had just been followers of the channel, and just inspiring messages, and made me just want to say thank you all over again, because you never know what kind of an impact you're going to be on someone's life, even a stranger. So I guess, we do the best we can do, but when you're up against something that could go either way, like, try giving the person the benefit of the doubt. And thank you, last episode. I had a spot on my nose, just like not cancerous, but precancerous, like frozen off. So it was pretty ooey and gooey. And so I did not show myself, but I appreciate all the well wishes. And yes, I mean, Vaseline does help with healing, and also want to continue to be an advocate for staying out of the sun and wearing sunscreen when you do, and a hat, because in my younger days, I did not pay attention to those warnings. I don't think they were nearly as prevalent as they are now. And just make sure if you have a spot, go in, have it checked, and it's early on. Usually they aren't bad to treat. So that's my public service announcement for today. Let's see, just, we had the kids for an overnight from Friday to Sunday, so not a long stint, but it was fun. We celebrated our grandsons. They celebrate half birthdays, so all it involves is they get to choose the dinner, and so he wanted turkey burgers, and so that's what we had. And then he requested chocolate frosted Long Johns for his dessert. So we found their candles and stuck a 7 in and put the 1 like halfway down, so that represented the half. But he was very, very pleased. Then the next day, my husband had found this, it was an Oscar Mayer or hot dog machine, basically like a toaster for hot dogs and hot dog buns. And the kids enjoyed, using it, and it actually worked pretty good. I mean, other than you had to do the hot dogs twice and the buns only once. So, first time you pressed it down was just the hot dogs. And so the kids all loved that. And then we came back and did Saturday night at our house, and we watched the Walt Disney movie, That Darn Cat. Well, I always thought in my mind, I remember seeing it as a child and didn't realize how dark some parts of it were, like with these robbers and whatever. And but there was enough slapstick humor in it that I don't think the kids were freaked out by it, and they all seemed to sleep through the night, so couldn't have been too traumatized. But and it's just, they're ages 5 to 11 now, almost 12, hard to believe, and it just gets easy. And I'm just thrilled that they still want to come to our house. Like, we gave them the choice the second night, and they're like, no, we want to go to your house. So, I mean, they have this big, beautiful house and, their own beds and whatever. And the 2 older kids now sleep on the couch, and the 2 younger boys sleep in our guest room. And, they're as happy can be. So it does make for a lot of fun and memories. We worked before we left their house. We were trying to work this Lego. It was all Lego men characters, or men and women characters, and we wanted to get it done in the worst way, but it was taking us too long, and so we had to leave it. And a couple times, like, I was looking for a specific piece, and I'd ask the 5-year-old if he saw, like, the Disco Man's hair, and he'd be like, no, I didn't see it, because he was in charge of keeping the box full of faces. And so then he'd say, Bobby, look away. And so I'd look away, and then all of a sudden Disco Man's face would be in there, and I'm like, Preston, I asked you if you had that, and he's like, I was just hiding it. So then I was kidding the kids, and I'm like, we couldn't get it done before their parents arrived home on Sunday. And so I said to them, send me a picture of it when it's done. So I get a picture of the 7-year-old, proud as proud can be. And then my daughter had, she said that there was one piece missing, and once that was recovered, then they could finish it. And I just wrote back, and I'm like, was it in Preston's pocket by any chance? Just kidding her. And she writes back, yes. And she said, I'm so glad I didn't wash the pants yet, and that when I asked him if he knew where the last piece was, he at least told me where it was. So he's just a little stinker. I love to kid around with him, but I just, he keeps you on your toes. So it's just fun. All right, so gonna do some stitching the rest of the day. I'll piece in the winners of the giveaways, and but it's lostandfloss2@gmail.com, 2 as in the number 2, or you can private message me on Instagram, and the channel's name is LostInFloss2, number 2. So either way, I'll probably wait to mail things out until I get like the majority of the people. My rules always are, you have until I make the next video to get your address to me, and if you don't respond by then, the chart goes into what I call the speed round. And then the next episode, if anyone is interested in the chart, I just have them email me, and I pick someone from the people that email me, because that way I know I can communicate with you right away. One suggestion, if you enter contests, check back on the app or whatever to see if somebody's commented or watched their next video, because I know there's people who don't do giveaways just for that very reason. They say it can really be a pain because people don't claim things, and I've had pretty good luck. And that's why I've gone to just doing the speed round if on the first try someone doesn't respond, because I feel like I kind of just want to clean things out and then have a fresh start. And who knows, we might hit 10,000 one of these days. Then we'll have a really good giveaway. I'm always happy to see, like, because people share things with me. So there's a variety of styles and skill levels and whatever that come into being. And so I always like to see, you know, how many people try for what items. So it's kind of fun. But, you know, there's always one that everybody wants. And then there's always one that maybe, you know, there's 5 or 10 people want. But you figure then your chance is better of getting it, correct? Alrighty. So, just starting to plan a trip for later in the winter to visit our friends in Florida. And I think we're going to detour and spend a night or two in Memphis because we've never been there. And then on the way home, we're going to spend a couple days with our friends in Savannah. So if you have any great things that we should see, or places to eat, or needle workshops, I don't know that I'll be able to really visit those, but I always have aspirations to do so. And we're going to drive down this year, so that'll be nice to have a car and maybe do some little day trips or whatever. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. Nothing else really too new around here. I guess that's always a good thing, I think. Just trying to get out and get some vitamin D and some walking, hiking in. Not much else. Leading kind of a, you know, not that exciting a life, but that's all right. I'll take it. Better than the alternative, correct? So please check to see if you're a winner in the contest, and hope you're all doing well and that you continue to fill the world with love. Bye. Toodles. I thought I'd bring you back outside while I announce the giveaway winners. If you're one of the lucky recipients, please email me your address at lostinfloss2, as in the number, at gmail.com, or else you can message me on Instagram at lostinfloss2. I probably will wait until I get most the addresses before I start mailing things out, just to keep my trips to the post office down. So let's get started. The woof chart goes to Paula Sizemore, 6121. Paula Sizemore, 6121. Maid goes to Debbie Horton, 8470. Debbie Horton, 8470. Remember goes to Kendra Souder, 8236. Kendra Souder, 8236. Emily goes to Retro RX, 8180. Retro RX, 8180. Bunny goes to Jody Sackett, 2030. Jody Sackett, 2030. Parrot goes to Becca Hunt, 85. Becca Hunt, 85. Stick goes to Glee Hansen, 4775. Glee Hansen, 4775. Christmas goes to Christina Dorico, 5159. Christina Dorico 5159. Street goes to Robin Orchard 2194. Robin Orchard 2194. And the last one is floral, and that goes to Jet Hump 71. Jet Hump, HOMP 71. I appreciate all of you viewers who entered this giveaway. I was astounded with the number of entrants, and we'll just keep plugging away, and hopefully not too much longer we'll get to that 10,000 and have even more exciting things to do. So I hope you're all having a good day, and thank you for playing.